Hey everyone, how's it going? Happy Monday and close to the New Year's, I guess. It's DanniBoi and I am back to give you guys a little update on what I'm going to be doing next year. Well, this coming year, I mean. Eh. So, before I even start on this, if you guys don't want to be bored with a whole lot of information, go ahead and skip to the next slide of this video so you guys can see how I do my setup for OBS and my Adobe Premiere Pro. Because this video is not only going to be a blog, it's also going to be a how-to on how you can set up your stuff so you can do the basics of editing, recording, and adding stuff in for your videos if you're looking to be a YouTuber in 2020. Or just a basic streamer. How about that? Now, to start us off, I have a couple of updates that I'm going to bring out. The first update is that I'm going to start on making a new banner, new format for my channel, so I can have a new slogan going, and something that could probably look more appealing to the eye, because right now the one I made on a rush back in last March, I think, and I figure it's time to get a new one. As well, I want to start doing some artwork so I can have at least an idea of how to get myself out there more. Because I'm trying to use Instagram, and I'm trying to use Twitter more, trying to use Facebook, Reddit. I can't exactly use Tumblr anymore because that's a dead format. But aside from that, there are some projects that I need to finish, as well as do an update for, which one of them is Resident Evil 2 Remake. In hype of the Resident Evil 3 remake coming out in April, I'm going to be finishing the story with Claire's scenario and probably doing some stuff with the other characters. And there's also going to be a finish for the Half-Life 2 M mod, so that way we can get that series completed, because I stopped after I hit, I think it was Nova Prospect or something. Yeah, Nova Prospect, and it was frustrating as hell. I just could not get past that one fight with the birds. But aside from that, I am going to be getting ready to do a lot more horror projects, a lot more just random streams, random retro gameplays, because that's what I started off with when I made this channel, was retro gameplay. And it was something that I had been wanting to do for a while. It's just work and life have been taken over. And right now I'm still getting over strep throat and yes, the flu, because I've been coughing up a lot of stuff. Ugh, nasty. Let me tell you, drink coffee. I can't even do voice impressions right now. It's just ridiculous. God, ugh, not good at all. Anywho, let's go ahead and get started with the OBS setup. As you can see by the screen right now, I have my setup for OBS presented with two screens. Excuse me, I see it was gonna happen. Let me pop in a little cough. I just want one, thank you. Excuse me. Yum. Okay, anywho, there's two screens on here, but I'm not using two monitors. I'm using an enhanced resolution. So for video, I have it at 3840 by 1080, so that way when I go into Premiere Pro, I can crop one scene of the footage with two video sets. Crop one for the gameplay footage and the other for just the webcam. So you can have the webcam on either corner, top or bottom, and then you can just put in whatever else you want with it, I guess. Now my output, oh yeah, that's right. Now to have it all measured, I'm gonna show you what my microphone settings are, because I just got a new podcast microphone for one of my subscribers about a month or so ago, and thank you very much to whoever that was. You are awesome. And I use some filters for my recording because I want it to look nice. Now for mine, because I used to use a toner microphone, as you can see in some of my old videos, I had to have a gain output set up so it could be a bit louder. I have noise suppression set up. You can set this to any level that you want. It doesn't have to be exactly like this, but whatever suits your needs. However far away your microphone is, like I just pushed my microphone back a ways right now. Now I'm bringing it back a little bit closer. I don't know if there was any difference, but it all depends on your microphone and the needs for it. The same thing with the noise gate. You want to have the closed threshold, the open threshold, exactly as what your needs are. Mine are at 47 and 32 because I want to be able to capture only my voice and try to keep any background audio kept out. These you really don't have to mess with if they're on there automatically. I used to have a compressor and a limiter because there was a time where my microphone would bring in artifacts that weren't there. So I had to put those in there and for the moment. Oh, nasty. Now I even have a separate thing for live streaming. And I'm setting up like this right now so you guys can see what it looks like. And then I am now going to bring up Adobe Premiere Pro because I want you guys to see how I do my work. And this how-to is going to be for someone that I promised to do a how-to video on Twitter. I promised them I'd do it some time ago, and I figured I just might as well get it out right now. Don't mind all these projects, these are from the past. So I'm just going to put in a new one that says GJG. And we're just going to let it load up. It's going to take a while because my CPU's being used by Premiere Pro. I mean, not just Premiere, but my OBS. Now, I know I'm not using the latest Premiere Pro, and that's because my processor isn't able to handle the latest updates for Premiere. So until I get a new rig set up in the future, this is what I'm going to be dealing with for a while. So then, now we have our timeline down here. This is how I have mine set up. I'm going to go to Media Browser, and I'm going to go to my videos. Oh yeah, there's an inconsistency, and that's because I'm recording right now. So what I'm going to do, see, I just recorded Escape the Yayuoki not long ago. I'm going to put that in as a reference right now. Write it down to your timeline. There we go. Now see, right now there's only one timeline. I mean, there's only one video source and two audio sources. That's fine for now because you want to have both audio sources set up to where one audio source is the game audio or music, whatever you have on your desktop, and then the second one is going to be where your microphone audio comes from. And I hope my keybinds aren't going to be messed up on. Let me just take a look. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to unbind this group. Just think, hold on, let me double check just to make sure. Or is it link? Okay, yeah, it's a link. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to paste it. Check, because I've had issues with it's just messing up. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry, guys. I've had issues with OBS messing up on me before when I tried to record something like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to have two audio sources on top. Now, this is where the fun's going to come in because I'm going to show you guys how I crop my videos. So first, we're going to go to sequence. I'm going to put mine to 1920 by 1080, maximum bit depth, maximum render quality, and okay on that. Now, instead of the wide angle, it gives us the proper angle that we need for the video. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight both the video sources. I'm going to look for crop. Now, here we have crop right here. I'm going to apply it to both of them. I just double clicked it. You can drag and drop it on there if you want. It's up to you. And now, what I'm going to show you first is my top one. This is going to be where the webcam footage comes in. So for me, I put mine to 25 on the scale. So that way you have both of them. And then for the bottom one, which will be the gameplay footage, You can just either just put the motion to 0, so that way the frame will just be on the gameplay footage. But now for this one, see, we have a lot of excess space or excess footage that we don't want to have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the right of the crop, and I'm either going to do 50 or a bit more depending on my needs. This is right now because I have a lot of webcam footage. I'm going to do that, try to make it an even square. And for mine, as a coup d'etat, I add a little edge feather on the negative scale. We can smooth out and kind of have a nice flow to it. And I'm just going to put it on the top right. There we go. See? That's how it's going to look for your gameplay. And now for your audio, now this is where it's going to come in handy. I'm at the audio track mixer, and here's what we can do. So, whatever scale that your audio footage is for your microphone, which mine is on audio 2 or scale 2, I'm going to put a multi-band compressor, and then I'm going to edit that so the margin is at, well, some people would say do the margin at -3. I don't do that anymore because my audio is at crystal clear footage right now. But I can turn it up any way I want to so I can get a good footage. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little test with it. And I'll show you guys what I mean. Like here's how it's going to sound. Welcome to Escape the IULT, a full game that was released on Steam not even a couple months ago. So so to me it sounds crystal clear. I don't know how it sounds for you guys, but as you can see, the levels have to measure out evenly. So I'm going to add it up a little bit more. Or a month ago, I think. I forget. But so you'll always want it to be in the yellow. You never want it to go into the red because you don't want it to overlap. Now sometimes it's okay to lower the game audio so that way your voice can come through nice, which is what I do. So they're not fighting each other at it. And now, for the rest of it, I'm going to show you guys what all I do. For just like the standard of getting it ready for the start to finish, stuff like that. Well, I'm going to bind them all together again so they're in a nice little group, see? And now, I'm going to start cutting out some footage so I can get my start going. Like right here where your video would normally start, you would want to cut a little bit of space out from between the start and that point, so that way you can get your intro going. Let me check OBS again, so I can make sure. Okay, it's still going good. Thank you, God. Ugh, I'm paranoid over here, people. I'm sorry. So, let's check it out. Hey everyone, how's it going? It's DanniBoi, and... Sorry, Thunder. Didn't mean to. Yeah, there we go. There's that little intro. And now here's our ending right here, our outro part. And what you want to do is have your intro, your outro, even out before you put in your outro music or your outro screen. Because you would want it to be at least 20 seconds long as a standard. And what I'm going to show you is what I used for my recent Black Mesa footage. So I'm going to go here, the file, open recent, and I'm going to open BM25, which was Black Mesa 25 for me. And I'm going to try to find the footage from the outro that I did. I cancel that. I don't care about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press 7 to copy, well, keypad 7 to copy, and then I'm going to go back to this footage. Now we have them right down here. I already had my outro audio edited, and we just have to drag it to the appropriate place. Now I'm going to zoom in to see if it overlapped, and it did not, which is nice. And let's hear it out. Let's hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it and you want to see more horror stories, hit the like and subscribe button. Leave your comments down below, and DanniBoi will see you next time in one of his videos. Peace. Now see, there we go. And now we're going to get to the rendering point. Now before you render, this is what I do. I put it in a mark out, and then I drag it over to the appropriate spot. And I check everything to see if it's alright. And after that, I go to File, Export, or I just click Control M for the media. And then I set my area of saving, which would be in my regular videos area, so that would be ET. Oh, it's actually frozen. Why is it frozen? Okay, Premiere Pro, I'm just gonna leave you alone now. But so anyway, because Premiere Pro crashed, I'm just gonna explain it. So when you render your video, you want to be able to find your location of where your video is going to be stored after you export it, and you're going to scroll down in the video area, so you have the hardware encoder, and I do mine on constant bitrate, and I have it all the way up so I can have flawless quality, or at least try to. After that, I just either queue it for my media encoder, or I just export it from Premiere Pro right there. And that should do it for you guys. I know that it looks a bit boring, and I'm sorry if it does. This is the first time I've ever done a how-to video, and I don't mean for it to sound too boring. And this is going to be a lot of things that other YouTubers have already done, but for some of the new YouTubers that are coming in for 2020, I just want to see that you guys have something to start off with. And I know it's gonna look like I'm stealing from a lot of other creators, and I'm trying not to. I don't, and if I am, I really do not mean to. Because this will be a basic scenario for you guys. This will be something very, very simple to start with. But before you even start doing all of this, you gotta make sure that your computer can handle the source, and your computer can handle the rendering, and it can handle everything else. Well, apparently mine can right now because it's from 2015. It's a freaking Alienware PC. I know it's stupid, right? But hey, what can you do? Anywho, I'm hyped for Resident Evil 3 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake. And I hope to do those on my channel soon when they come out. But anywho, DanniBoi is going to go rest a little bit, and he's going to go to the gym for day 3 of 365. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you like this how-to video and you want to see me do a little bit more on some other stuff for vlogging, hey, leave your comments down below. Hit that like and subscribe button. And DanniBoi will see you guys later on. Peace.